when I look back and I think of the things that I was doing at that time, I was like, I was just a ticking, I don't know, was it a ticking time bomb? I was just a disaster waiting to happen at each opportunity, to be honest. But I wasn't okay. And then I have a little baby to look after. And then you go to hospital, and sometimes even the hospitals don't pick it up, even here, because what happened to me, I mean, we have the NHS, is supposed to be one of the best health systems in the world, but imagine that it was still hard for them to pick it up. They did all other tests. I was having panic attacks, like I was always on the ambulance going to A&E. I had panic attacks almost on a daily. I had all of these things, and then when the GP finally figured it out, you know what he told me? He said he can refer me to see a psychiatrist and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's going to take a lot of time to see a specialist. So I'm going to be on the queue for a very long time. And what they did was they put me on antidepressants like they usually do, That would definitely, like, it will suppress the symptoms and everything. But long term was the solution, So I started thinking, I was like, okay. But the good thing is with postpartum depression, it can always, it
goes away.
Yes.
Some time, like, okay.
So the hormones and everything, the thing is why it becomes depression, because you have, like, people give birth and they have just like the baby blues, like you're not in the mood, you're not attached to, like, your moods are just all over the place and everything. That's okay. If that happens within a few weeks, then that's okay. That's just baby blues. You have nothing to worry about. But when it's beginning to be, months and months into the thing, then that's a red flag. That's when you should start thinking that something is not adding up, So
I believe that you went through some of these things and you did not even know. So
I didn't know. Most of the time they told me, cleanse your house, get a pastor, get holy water, anointing oil. They gave me every other suggestion. So you have the GP picked it up, and then my brother's wife, she picked it up when I started having, like, being psychotic, because I was seeing things and hearing things that were not there.
Really?
You understand? So I had gone to their place for a week because CY was away. They go away for courses and all of that. So I had to go to my brother's house. So I think she's the second person who picked it up. At least she's a mom, and she was a nurse and everything like that. So those things, yes, were kind of familiar to her. So whenever I was with the baby at home, but whenever they were leaving the house, I was scared. I would tell her not to go. I would tell them not to go. I'll be like, somebody's coming to get me and the baby. So I was always anxious. I felt like somebody was coming to kill or harm me and the baby. And I used, like, when they go and I sit in the room, I actually hear footsteps coming up the stairs. There's nobody in the house, mind you, but I hear footsteps coming up. I hear the tap running. I go and open, I don't see anybody. So these things are real, but when you explain it when you tell people, they don't believe. So one day she came back from work, she was like, Auntie Nancy, you don't want to be on antidepressants in this country. So you need to make up your mind whether this is what you want. So that's when I was like, but what's happening to me? I was already thinking of the spiritual thing. I was like, but what have I done? I don't owe anybody anything. Who is trying to hurt me? Like, So everything was just going on.
Yeah.
And the last place to even look was the mental illness or mental health direction.
That was the last test that actually.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So again, maybe somebody listening, this is maybe somebody that is expecting or somebody that has just had a baby. Do you mind sharing some of the, like, what does it feel like? What are some of the things that you should watch for so that you can, hey, if you go for your to go to your GP, you can be like, hey, like just some of the things that women, new mothers can watch for in case it happens, considering that you didn't know and now you know. Just a few tips to help other people.
I would say when you start feeling really, really low, really moody, because like I said, in the beginning, it's normal when you've just had a baby. The baby blues, everything, hormones are all over the place and everything. So it affects your moods a lot. But if it goes past, I don't know if it's 6 weeks, then you need to start, yes, keeping an eye. And then from the moods, if you see that some people when you have your baby, you feel like you're not attached to that baby. You start hating your own child. You start, you start struggling to bond with that child. That's another sign. And then they'll come and say, oh, this one don't bond picking, no like him. No, you're just you've not bonded because of everything that's happening. And people go through, like, my symptoms don't have to be your symptoms, but it's always almost the same, if you know what I mean. Like this, like the bonding part, I did not have that problem with my son. So I was really attached to him. But then I was struggling in other ways. I had panic attacks. That's another one as well. Because panic attacks, they come when you have, and like, it's just a mixture of all of those things. So what else? I think those are the main ones that you should look out for, especially your moods. If you're sad for too long, if you're beginning to be sad for too long, then it's a red flag right there.
So from my understanding, I know that with all of this happening, you had all the incidents that pushed you to do all the things that you did without even knowing that you were severely sick. And as you recovered from all of this, did you have to do therapy or stuff?
Yes. I had there's this, I don't know if you've seen me sharing, he was even on my show, one of my shows.
I think there was a guy that I saw that you interviewed.
Mindset Boulevard, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He's out of this world, to be honest, in every sense of it. Because he literally, how do I put it? Put my life back together in so many ways. And it's not your regular therapist where you go and they will pamper you and tell you to drink water and mind your business and go to sleep and all of that. He would grow with you, if you know what I mean. Like, he walks with you on that whole journey. Wow. So he's really, really good.
Okay, awesome. Which means so there was somebody that actually helped you feel better.
Yes, and I had a lot of support from friends and family as well. When they started understanding that this thing was not the regular Nancy.
Yeah, it was not a regular you. Something was wrong. How old are your boys now?
Naril just turned 4, and the baby, I call him the baby because I'm a small last born.
He'll tell you that, mommy, I'm not a baby.
That's what they're telling me already. I'm not a baby.
He'll say I'm not a baby.
So,
Like
so
4 and 3. Okay.
he'll be 3 in June.
Okay.
The second one. So you can imagine that their age gap. So 4 and 3.
2 babies. Yeah.
Yes.
They're 2 little ones. That's nice. And so all of this actually led you into, was it after this that you decided to go to the makeup school for your arts and stuff?
The thing is, again, like I said, I really like it's not like you can be talented and everything, but it's always good to get like maybe some sort of certification, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To it. Again, like I mentioned earlier.
The credentials too.
Yes, just to give that credibility. Yeah, especially here. Mm-hmm. You cannot call yourself a makeup artist especially in the UK. And no, they'll come for your behind because you need for a credential. Yes, you have to. Yes, you have to, like, because you have people's. You can go and do somebody's makeup, and something goes wrong with. Yeah, something goes wrong with their skin, and you find a lawsuit at your door. What will you do? So things like that. But I've always, I think I've always been. There's always been that artist in me, but our African parents, now.
Yes, tell me. Now that's what you're going to talk about with Ice. The way Ice said she was supposed to be an athlete and they stopped her.
How would you mention to your father who wants you to do 5 advanced levels and go to Q's? You now come and tell him that you want to be walking around with a brush and what?
Makeup to paint people's faces.
They will slap the dream into your future. So there's always been that part, because I remember even back in secondary school, even my biology diagrams used to be very artistic, and I used to get a lot of comments, about like if you saw my file in opposites, wow, you would think that like my drawings and everything, but that's the most I've ever gone art-wise.
Yeah.
Like I literally, it's not like I used to sit and draw, animate stuff and everything. Like no.
Did more of that. I wish you did.
I wish. Yes.
The time we had in Boya when you're not in school to do some drawings and paintings.
I wish. Mm-hmm. I remember the first time I put was it eyeshadow or what? What did I put? And my brother was like, "Hey, yes, this one you're ready to get pregnant." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have makeup on.
So those things. Yes. So and then when I came, and then I came here, I went back to Cameroon. Remember when I used to come and do your makeup with Ice and everybody's Sandrine, yes. And I used to do my like wet bridal makeup and everything. It was just a passion at that point. But in Cameroon, like when they know that you're from the UK, they say, "Oh, that makeup artist from the UK, we need her and everything," Yeah, so that really pushed me to this dream was born in Cameroon, like when I went back. So I was like, you know what? When I get back to the UK, I'm going to try and go to makeup school and get because I want to be the best version of my makeup self, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I decided to, yes. Yep. And I'm so happy that that CY has been very supportive as well, because
that's nice of him to have stood by you all these years, having the baby, going through the depression and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again. And another thing, they go through their own, but it's just that they always concentrate on the mom and the baby, but they don't.
He must have gone through depression as well, like watching you do all of what you did. I just cannot imagine how hard it must have been on him.
Yeah, I scared him. I really scared the life out of him. Yes.
I'm just listening and I'm scared. What of him? Yes. He was there watching you and trying to stop you from doing all those things.
Yeah, because at some point I left the house and I had to go and stay with the neighbors because I was afraid that somebody was going to come and kill me in my house.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm glad you beat that, Nancy, for real. I'm glad
Yeah.
you beat that. When
So
I talk to you and you just say, hey, so everything is not okay, but I'm managing. And that's how much you were going through.
yeah, that's why people, when you see people online doing their thing, just if they are not in your space and if they are not
Leave them
violating any
alone.
human rights, just let them, because
Yeah,
people go through a lot.
leave them
People
alone.
go through a lot.
Just leave people alone. And
Yes.
if you're watching this on YouTube, or just know Nancy doesn't have makeup today. As soon as she got on camera, I was like, whoop, oh my God, this girl shocked me. And the truth is, she came live without makeup, and I will not lie to you, I was surprised. Yeah,
I'm
she
full of surprises.
needs any makeup, and again, she always says she's full of surprises. And I don't know, like, why did you choose to come online to come with me without makeup? Like, what's that?
Because yes, I love makeup. I'm a makeup artist and all. However, it doesn't mean that, because there's this myth that people who love makeup, they have some sort of low self-esteem and they're trying to make up for something.
To hide
You know?
something?
Yes. No, it's not like that. Loving makeup is the same as somebody who loves to, I don't know, people have their various passions and hobbies and things.
Yeah.
So to me, makeup, my relationship with makeup has nothing to do with who I am. I love makeup. I love to, I don't know, I love to be inspired and do something crazy and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that I cannot do without it. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm bald, I'm bald. I'm not wearing any makeup.
Yes.
It doesn't change anything.
Yes, that is a message to you listening who worries or who thinks that, hey, makeup is all what matters. I wear makeup and I can go without makeup.
Yeah,
This is Nancy.
absolutely.
If you go watch her, if you go check out her pages, you see what she can do. But she is still confident in her skin. She is confident in Nancy without the makeup. And because people wear makeup, it doesn't mean that they're trying to conceal or hide anything. It's for
Nope,
love of it. Not
nope,
everybody wears makeup to hide stuff. And for those who
nope.
do it, it is their choice.
It's exactly. How is that taking food from your table? That's what I'm saying. Like,
It is their
people
choice.
just need to be calming down, get off your little judgmental. I mean, I know there's a hypocrite in all humans, but man, just tone it down. Leave people, let people be,
Kiki, talk to us. What do you have for 2022? What big thing is coming up this 2022? Give us a brief, please.
Again, because I like surprises, I'm going to let that be a surprise. But it's going to be an exciting year. Trust me, it is. That's actually one of the things that was making me anxious in 2021, because getting into 2022, I already had like stuff lined up for 2022.
Yeah.
But I wasn't feeling physically,
strong enough to handle it.
Strong enough to do, yes, to start working towards that. And that really messed with my mind. But now, right now, it's not like I'm feeling my best, but I've decided that, you know what, whenever I feel a bit better than how I've been feeling most of the time, I'll do what I need to do,
Awesome.
And but baby steps. I'm not going to push myself so much that,
because don't be too hard on yourself.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I need to forgive myself, because I've been so hard on myself. I've been like, am I even, because because I've been asking, have I even been the best parent to my kids right now? Because of the way I'm feeling, have I been? So all of these things.
Give yourself some credit, Kiki. Give yourself some credit.
Because sometimes, the boys will be like, mommy, carry me. I'm like, I cannot, like, I physically cannot even carry them sometimes. But again, I sit and I'm saying to myself, have I just missed an opportunity to show my child, some affection? And so all of those things, they are messing with me. But again, I cannot kill myself. Because if I don't take care of me and nurture me and, my wellness is priority right now.
It is.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of you, if you don't nurture you, if you don't make yourself strong, you cannot be there for your boys.
Yeah.
You want to focus on you.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're strong so that you can be there for them. That is very important. And also it is important, Kiki, to live the now. You see today how you feel good, you're accepted to come talk to me. It means
absolutely
you're feeling good. Enjoy
absolutely
every little bit of this good feeling you have
absolutely
now. Do not worry about how you're going to feel tomorrow. Just enjoy this night.
That's another thing that I've learned.
Yes.
Especially with the whole COVID wave period, you know, that's another thing that I've learned. Yes. Because
there's a lot of things that you never told me about before.
Yes.
See, you just you made me. I'm you know, when I spoke the person that is on top of my game during my podcast, and you've just said all those things that I kept checking on you, and you're like, hey, so I'm fine. I'm not very well, but it's okay. Little did I know that you were going through all this, and to come bust this out on air, I don't even know. But I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you said yes. And
because many people people called me that they're like, Nancy, did we not just see you celebrating your 1 million views? And then you just went off after that. I'm like, hello. So if I drop dead with the 1 million views, bring me back to life. People have had billions of views. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Kiki.
It's not that serious.
We missed you, Kiki, truly. Not knowing that you were sick and you were going through all of that, I miss your art because
I miss you guys too a lot. Yes. A lot.
And I'm happy I saw you put up something recently, and that is a sign that you're coming back. That is a sign that we are going to be seeing more of you.
Yes. And again, my picture number 4 will back calendar.
Yes,
my pictures
please show us only what you are able to show us. Do not let us pressure you. I'm happy that you have that realization that you can only do what you can do. So we are ready for what you can show us, and we are there behind you. Kiki, this is a time that you get to talk to somebody. I want to put you've gone through a lot. Our stories are different, right? People always say, hey, you don't know what I've gone through in this life. We all have unique stories. We have unique experiences. This is today you have decided to share yours with my audience. Please, I just want you to talk to someone out there. It might just be that one person that needs to hear you today that will make them change their perspective, just change their mindset and aim for a better version of themselves. The mic is yours.
Oh, okay. I would like to say it's not a sermon I'm going to preach, but I'm just going to say, wherever you go, whoever you meet, just always try to exercise empathy for others. You know, you cannot really physically be in somebody's shoes, but you can try and imagine what people are going through. So that gives you the chance to be more graceful and to be less judgmental, because the world is already as it is.
Yeah.
So you don't want to, if you have the chance to impact somebody, it should not be in the negative light. And if and when in doubt, I know not everybody's Christian, but at least we know that the greatest commandment is love.
Yeah.
Starting with yourself. That's something that I also had to learn the hard way. If you don't love yourself enough, you will not have that much to give out to your friends, family, and back to the community who you're trying to impact. So
the greatest of which is love.
Yes, if you love yourself, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you would not do to your neighbor what you would not do to yourself. It's as simple as that.
Great.
Because sometimes we want to chase all of these goals, try and find our purpose and everything. But we can just start with us, making us a better version of ourselves and being a more pleasant human being.
Yep. I agree with that. Just something you said, you do not need to be a Christian to love.
You don't.
Yep. That was huge. Khiki, if I tell you that I am not, first, you have shocked me. Secondly, you have gisted me like all the things that I did not even know and did not even imagine what you were going through. And what makes me happy, what makes me feel so warm is the fact that you're able to talk about these things today, is the fact that you're able to go turn on your camera, go on live and talk about postpartum depression, talk about how far this thing pushed you, talk about how Mindset Boulevard helped bring you back to you, how you are healing. It is a process. You're still healing.
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage you to stay close to your boys. And I'm happy that you now know what is happening to you. I'm happy that you have realized it and you are able to teach. You're able to tell someone out there who might not even realize that the same thing is happening to them, that, hey, this is what it is. Go check it out. I am so grateful that you made out the time to talk to me. I am so grateful that you're still with your korobo and no makeup today, but I still just love you the way you are. And girl, thank you so much for your time. I had the boys playing and shouting in the background.
Oh, yes.
That is the sign of motherhood.
They're coming for me. They're just waiting. It's like they have detectors. They'll smell. As soon as I drop this phone, they'll come.
All over you. Yes, that is the joy of being a mom. And use them as you heal. Khiki, So Babes will always love you, and I wish you all the best. Right?
Thank you so much. It's been an honor, and I was really looking forward to this podcast. And I'm so happy that it's done, and I'm happy that I could make you smile, laugh, be my goofy self again.
That's you. So typical of you. Thank you, my dear. My dear listeners, thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Please, I'm going to add Khiki's handles to the podcast description so you can follow her on all the platforms where she's on. I personally follow her more on Instagram and on Facebook. I know she has TikTok, so I'm not a TikToker, but
TikTok is booming. That's where I have my highest followers.
That's the reason why, Khiki, remember, you cannot be everywhere. I cannot handle all of that. It's a bit too much for me. I'm trying to handle the ones I have for now, and it's even overwhelming. So yes, TikTok is good, it's great, but I'm not there yet. Maybe when I'm
my nephews and nieces are even saying that I'm too old for TikTok. So they want me to exit TikTok.
That's interesting. So yes, I'll put her handle so you can follow her, support her as she goes on this journey. We are happy to have you back, Khiki, and wishing you all the best. Thanks again. And
thank you so much. So thank you.